Hello, hello, hello. A bit earlier, um, that um, I wanted to do some housekeeping, some remarks that I wanted to talk about first before everyone else kind of we start the live with Sebastian. I just wanted to thank everyone for the past couple of weeks. You showed me your support, and it really means a lot to me. Hasn't been an easy week for the past couple of weeks, and there's been a lot of ups and downs, but some of you have reached out to me, texted me, or supported me. It really means a lot to me. And then, someone even offered to sell me their colored bee bottle, which was really a sweet gesture, at a really good price. Today, someone, very kind member, sent me something. Plus, they sent little dinosaurs for my little guy. Like, these things really matter a lot to me. So I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. What's up, people? I see you guys are joining. Brandon, Jared, Sebastian, you're there. Okay, I'll just add Sebastian to come up. There. Right. Approve. Send invite. All right. Let's see if the microphone can work. Adding. The moment of truth is here. Sebastian, are you coming? Is it working? I don't know. It's not working. Oh, there he is. Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Yeah. So it's like about 7 o'clock in there. Have you had dinner yet?
It is 7, yeah. You're 1 hour ahead of me.
Great. Okay. Well, that's great to see you up here. Like, I'm excited for the live. Maybe just Sebastian, just do a little bit of this last time you've done a live. It's been a while. Just do a little introduction of yourself, and then we'll just kind of start going by.
It's always I always have a hard time introducing myself because I never know what to say. It's just like I'm just another passionate perfume lover, like many out there. I've been in the community for about, I would say, between 8 to 10 years now, something like that. I don't know exactly. But in terms of being a perfume lover, I've been since I was a kid. Literally, like, it started from a very young age. Because I think I mentioned this on the previous live too. In Brazil, things start very early. Like, there are body product lines for babies, literally, like 1 year older stuff like that. So they have the few that I can remember from the top of my head. Like Avon has a few baby products in Brazil. Natura, which is the company that bought the Body Shop. They have the Mamãe Bebê line, which is mom and baby, and there's also Boticário. So most major brands in Brazil have product lines for babies and infants. So it's something that I've been seeing actually trending in bigger brands lately. Dior has come out with a line for babies too.
Right. And then I didn't know Hermes had I guess the Hermes Cabriole is for babies, is it?
Yes, it's intended to be for children, I believe, 3 years of age and older, but I love that perfume.
Oh, I have, apparently is it discontinued, or does it just come and go? Like, I don't.
It just comes and go. It's hard to find it, surprisingly, actually. It's not always available. I thought it would be easy, like no easier access, but apparently it isn't. It's not often on the website.
Yeah.
It always pops.
Yeah, I think that last time I checked, it was I was watching. Who was I watching? That I posted the video of. No, I can't remember. I was watching someone on YouTube, and then they mentioned it, so I checked it out, and it wasn't on the website. So but I'll check periodically. Like, now that you talk about it, I have this one with me, the Bulgari one, when it came out to shoppers. Like, you remember? Like, came out for like $20 everywhere.
Yes, I tried to get one, but I was too late to play it.
You know what? It never actually came to Winnipeg. Dodge actually texted me and it was like, Mom, I'm in the I'm in the store. Do you want me to get you this one? Everybody's getting this. So I ended up getting one. It's absolutely beautiful. Hi, Lisa. Okay. So you said that was like, well, sorry, I just interrupted you and went on a tangent again. You were telling about us, about yourself.
Oh yeah, no, and it's just I'm just a normal guy with a normal regular job who's very passionate about perfumes and beautiful things in general. I started my YouTube channel with intention of not speaking only about perfume, but it's hard not to talk about what that you, Brendan. It's hard not to talk about perfume because that's the thing that I find relatively easier to talk about and evokes a lot more emotions. So it's much more natural for me to talk about, especially because I put it on and then, you know, like I can talk about it because I'm feeling this thing right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I was talking to another friend yesterday, and we were talking about beauty, you know, and things like that because I was invited to an event next week, and I'm very excited about it. And I was like, you know, like I love beautiful things, independent of price tag. If it's $5, and it's beautiful, I love it, and I will get it. Like I don't. Of course, some brands do offer better quality, so we can't deny that. It's impossible to deny. And quality is a big factor for me too. But if there's something beautiful that I love and it happens to be cheap, plus. It's a plus.
So like other than perfumes, do you collect anything else?
Scarves.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you must have a Hermes collection.
I have I have almost 70.
Oh, wow. 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 Yeah, some of your pictures, like they look beautiful, obviously, and the quality is exceptional. I mean, when I went to store and but okay. So, what do you have for us tonight?
Mm. I have a few things here actually. Quite a few things. I have some. I don't have a lot of rare bottles. Um, at least not that I think more. Maybe I don't see them as that rare anymore. But um, I want to talk about this. It was a kind of like a not that old of an acquisition. I have this one that it's like almost full, and it's still in really good shape.
Oh wow, gorgeous.
It's the extrait de parfum. I love Liu. It actually was Liu that got me into Chanel Number 5. Because,
Oh,
yeah, I didn't care for Chanel Number 5 that much before Liu. And there's something in here that's, I don't know. I don't know. There's something here that's not as unapproachable as Chanel Number 5, even though it's in the same line. Like I must have used Chanel Number 5 as an inspiration. There are, you know, rumors about it. Oh, hello, Rich. And I also have this one here. This is Liu. This is a 30 ml extract too. Um, this one is quite old because he even has
well, yeah.
the Belgium thing here. So I haven't had the heart to open this yet. But I will eventually. I will.
It's hard. It's hard. I try to tell people like how hard it is when you're like something that rare and something that like a lot of history, and now you're going to be the first one who's going to open it up. It's just like it gives me anxiety like thinking about this.
It kind of I feel like, oh, I should wait for the perfect moment, but when is the perfect moment, you know?
Right.
My husband is a nurse at the hospital, and he works at ICU. So, and I did have a job in the hospital in the past, and we see a lot of things in the hospital, and then we see life through different eyes when we see death so close and often, you know, especially with people that you wouldn't really expect to see dying that age in those circumstances. So for both of us, you know, being exposed to that and seeing that quite often, we have a different perception of life. So I will wear my perfumes, my rare perfumes as often as I can because they give me pleasure. They were made to be worn, I believe that way, and it breaks my heart when I see estate sale and all those beautiful perfumes, all those beautiful bottles being sold like that.
Yeah, I just like, somebody waited for so long, and I was just like, I need to talk to myself about so long for the perfect moment or the time that they're gonna generously spray or like use it, and it never came for them anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of sad. I talked about it in the previous live too. I kind of lost a friend recently, and it just makes you realize, like, all the things that you put out for tomorrow or the other day, you may not have time for any of it. It doesn't matter when or where, right? So that's for sure. So the one that the first one was what was the second one? I didn't get that. Like the one with the blue packaging. Is that another?
Liu. It's another Liu.
Okay. So what is the kind of, when you're comparing the extrait with the current version? Like I don't know if you've smelled the current version. Have you?
Yes, I have a bottle of it actually. It's. I'm gonna go get it. Just a second. I did not prepare for this. What a shame.
No worries. Probably my fault because I didn't even give like any sort of topics really. But the notes here on Fragrantica says aldehydes, jasmine, rose, iris, vanilla, and woodsy notes. So I'm curious because I have tried Leo at the store when I was in France, but at the time I wasn't into aldehydes really. So I don't know. I didn't like it when I was at the store. So I don't know if I will like it if I try it again. But this kind of note composition is pretty good, except jasmine I might have some difficulty with. But anyway, we'll see. So now, let's see.
Yeah, so this is how much I've used of it, of the
Wow,
cologne.
quite a bit, yeah.
And this is the extrait in here, the parfum.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It's the differences that I get. It's that the classic difference that I get with the extrait versus the eau de parfum and eau de toilette. In most of Guerlain perfumes that have the extract concentration, which is the depth and the smoothness, the what's the other word? I don't know, the way it evolves and the way it embraces you. I find that a friend of mine made this comparison once, and I like using it because it's very accurate to what I perceive as differences, which is like the eau de toilette and eau de parfum. It's like listening to very good music through the radio or recording, while the extract is watching live performance. I think that. Hello, Christy.
Hi.
So I think that that's a very good description of, because you get the things, very much the same things, but it's elevated to a stage performance style.
Was there ever an EDP of it?
Of Liu, actually, I'm not 100% sure. This is eau de parfum. I don't know if there was the eau de toilette. Actually, I've never checked about it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think there are certain ones, like, I don't think there was ever an EDP of Après, was it? I don't think so.
Après only extrait and only extrait and eau de toilette.
So, what is Brandon says Louis? Is that like, I'm always confused with, like, number one, I'm dyslexic. So these two perfumes are super confusing to me. But the one that you showed me, is it Leo or the Louis?
Mm-hmm.
Which one is the black one? What was that? That was the Louis or the Leo?
Leo.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, both are Leo. This one.
Okay. Yeah. But the other one with LUI, that's the
Yeah.
something else.
It is. It's a modern. I think it was Guerlain's first unisex, true unisex, targeted that way. which was interesting, the choice of the name Louis, which means, I believe, him or he. And it's thought provocative. It's very interesting. But that one is big on carnations, and I love that perfume too. And then it became the Oulette Pourpre. Um,
That's a beautiful perfume. But then unfortunately discontinued, right? I think it is discontinued.
both versions, yeah.
Okay. So what would be like in terms of the notes? Would you say like is it Irish dominant at all for you?
Louis, Liu, Liu to me is aldehydes.
Oh, it's a lot.
It's fizzy, and since I knew that I would probably be wearing Liu today, I decided to just cheers.
I have my some on my tea with them. Cheers. Hey. That talking about that. I don't know. Like there's a lot of champagne notes that I see in perfumes recently, and I don't know what that refers to. I think that's probably just the fizziness. What else it could be, right? Like fizzy.
Yes, it's the fizziness from the aldehyde, but it's a good champagne note in a perfume. I don't think it's that easy to find actually, because to be champagne to me, or sparkling wine or prosecco, whatever, it has to have that fermentation that I think it's kind of yeasty-ish a little bit. And one perfume that I actually think that captured that well recently was Dawn Rosa by Le Liquide Imaginaire.
Right.
The very opening of it, for the first 3 to 5 minutes, it smells very much like, because it's supposed to smell like Dom Perignon. Oh, that sucks. Who's that? Is it my end that keeps breaking up?
Yeah, whose end is it? Is it my internet, or is it someone let us know? That would be great.
That sucks. I hope it won't stop now. But yeah, it's supposed to smell like Dom Perignon, champagne, and they did a really good job, because I really like that perfume.
Do you have a bottle of Quand vient le pluie?
Yes.
Oh, you have it in a blue. That's beautiful. But you don't like that kind of traditional, like whatever that weird look is, that you don't have that in that, right? Do you? Like, you know what?
Though that brick.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't even know how to use it. Like that kind of looks very practical.
But doesn't it come with a little bottle that's like a ball that goes upside down?
Well, I have never seen it close. Like I've just seen pictures, so I've never seen it up close. So I don't know how that operates, but it looks a little bit impractical anyway. I have a little bit of a decant of it. I mean, I don't have a lot of it, but I have a little bit of a decant of it. What do you think of this one?
I love this perfume.
Ooh, so nice.
To me, it has that beautiful connection with. It has a connection with, at least to me, to Après Landais. There are echoes of L'Heure Bleu in it too. It's just such, and there's something in here that gets the petrichor note, which is, like when the rain's coming, that you get that the air chills, and you get that that feeling of the moisture that's coming in the air because of the rain. And it's I think it's a brilliant perfume. I have to put some. Actually, should I wear this? I have some options in front of me, but like, should I go for this?
Gorgeous. It's funny enough, it reminds me of something Celine, and I don't know why. I'm not sure what it. I'm not very good with these. It reminds me.
I love this.
I'm gonna try to pull up the notes, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't pick up anything distinct. I mean, now I'm gonna look at the notes, and I'm like, oh yeah, but
I think there's iris. There's a herbal note that I don't know if it's. I don't think it's clary sage.
Yeah, it looks powdery. Obviously, powdery reminds me of getting that. So like, There's a violet, holy, jasmine, praline. I mean, I don't get a lot of sweetness in this. It's really musk and amber. Absolutely gorgeous. Have you tried the Commune cake?
That I tried. I had a decant of it when I went to Guerlain in 2017 in Toronto to an event. They had all four there, and the beautiful Cardillo bottles, like fortune. I didn't buy any, but I could smell them all, and I think the fall was my favorite one because it was just like, oh, I'm L'Automne, I think it was beautiful.
Never.
But the summer was my second.
I've never seen one popping up for sale like the fall. Is there?
Those are hard.
But Commune L'Automne, and then there's a Commune l'Hiver. Like there's two of them too. Oh wow!
Yeah. And they were worked in they were Cadre same shape as, actually I don't have any here. I actually have this one, but they were large, 250 mil, if I'm not mistaken, and they were very expensive. I think they were like $15,000 or $20,000 for a bottle.
So those are those 4 seasons saison bottles, right? Like.
Yeah, the Saison, yeah, the 4 seasons.
Yeah, so limited edition. I don't know how much it would be, even if you find it.
Those were, yeah, that was a good night. That was the night I met Eugene in person.
Oh, you met Eugene in person. I saw your recent review of Douleur Exquis. Is that how you say Exquis?
La Douleur Exquise.
Yes, I saw your recent and actually in did this go? Or am I on still? And he's in Portugal. He's gone, but tomorrow I think is going to be the award ceremony for the Artisanal faction, and I'm quite excited for that.
That's awesome. So yeah, they were like this, but much bigger. They were in this bottle, and but they were this Cadine.
Oh, Cadine. So what does it mean? Like, kadın in Turkish means woman. I don't know what is that stands for though.
I think that's what it's meant. I think that's what it means too. There's a little pamphlet in here that explains it. Kadın meaning sultan's wife in Turkish. Is envisioned by the perfume as a woman with multiple facets, refined and delicate. I was so excited with this work that Guerlain was doing with recreating classic scents that had been discontinued, and they just stopped. Like, I was so disappointed because they were really good.
I mean, how do you feel about new releases of Guerlain?
How do I feel about what, sorry?
The new releases, like over the past few years, whatever they have released. What do you think?
They don't really much, unfortunately. I've been
I'm just cutting out. All those of you on the comments, can you tell me if I'm or he's cutting out? Because I think, Sebastian, you're cutting out. Give me a second. I just want to see if people can tell me who is cutting out. Is it my video that's going, or is it Sebastian?
I'm here. Are you there?
I am, yes, but I'm just trying to figure out whose feed it is that is kind of going, and nobody's answering. Maybe it's my phone, actually. Okay, so somebody said, oh, Sebastian is going. Yeah. Okay, I see.
Okay, just disconnect from the Wi-Fi, so maybe that will help. It's probably
I did disconnect the Wi-Fi. It's kind of not working out anyways. Okay, so you said, I asked you about the recent releases of Guerlain over the past few years. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know, some things it's just, I don't know if it's also because I've been a little bit disconnected from a lot of what's going on too. I haven't been searching, you know, I haven't been keeping up with releases and that kind of stuff. Although I did get Hot Comet, and I love it. I love Comet. I'm so excited for this. But
I can't help.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Rich asked me if I just broke into my Cadine. It's still sealed because I still have a little decant of it.
Come on, that was like last year I talked to you, or like a year ago about vodka, and you still haven't opened it.
No, because I'm still going through the decant that I had.
Oh,
Because they're generous with me with the decant.
wow. And what do you feel about it? Like, what do you get the most from it?
Because Cadine is very much like L'Heure Bleu. You can see that there is a thread in between them. You know what? I'm gonna open Cadine right now. Let's do that.
Wow. Okay, this is the moment. Let's get excited.
Let's go, Christy. Like, okay, this is the box. Stunning box.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Yeah, I just I hope it's better now because I disconnected from the Wi-Fi. So
It's better now.
let's see. So this is like, what a beautiful box this is.
Gorgeous. Have the colors.
And then I'm just going to slip the cord to the side at this point.
My heart. I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
Oh, don't cry.
If I cry with joy.
That's right.
Yes, it's you can tell that there's a trilogy going on here. It's a kind of like a trinity going on with L'Heure Bleu, Après l'Ondée, Cadine, Folarome. L'Heure Bleu, not that much. It's, oh God, this is gorgeous because it's like, it actually reminds me a little bit of the extract of Après l'Ondée. Because it has the extra human quality to it. You know what I mean? It's not just florals, it's not just powder, it's not just delicate thing. It's all that plus that human quality to it, you know, like skin, like the warm skin. So I think that's why I prefer this over Folarome.
I hear Furtado is really dramatic, isn't it? Or maybe I'm talking about something else.
Say it again, sorry?
Furtado, is it quite animalic? Or maybe I'm just talking about something else.
No, I think Cadine is more animalic than Folarome.
Oh, wow.
But yet, it's like it has this beautiful, yeah, it's very close. It's very close to you know, to Après l'Ondée and Folarome. But from the three, if we were to compare all three side by side, which one do I prefer the most? I think would be Cadine because it has this extra touch of mystery that it's not just delicacy and slight melancholy that it's no Après l'Ondée is known for, but this is just there's something else in here.
One day I'll get to sniff a drop, I think. But it says Guerlain issues with new overload owners seeking safe and commercial versus artistic. I think that you're right. Like I have been feeling that way anyways, Rich. I feel like they're targeting like bunch of Aqua Logorias they're putting out, like targeting a lot of young crowd and also kind of, I don't know, I'm going to say it until the day I die, I hate tobacco honey. So I just feel it's like, what is that? And part of it is just that I can't do honey. Honey is way too overwhelming for me in general. I'm too sweet, and I just feel like if I had smelled it, I would never figure out that was a Guerlain actually.
Yeah, it doesn't have, it's very disconnected from, to me at least, it's very disconnected from the classic aura of Guerlain. It's just I don't hate it. It doesn't work on me.
Mm.
So I didn't even get a decant. I got a couple samples of it, and for me that was enough. And I haven't really worn it. I have worn it like 2 times maybe. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. It doesn't do it for me. And
Like of experience, I think maybe that's why it's so popular because people love it. It's like a performance monster, which is kind of like
it is.
my pet peeve word because I see a lot of people just going on that. But to me, it's way too overwhelming. It's like I just want to take a shower after. Like I don't know. Anyway, how many cut-in bottles were produced?
697.
No, we just stopped 3 short of 700.
Yeah, because
Beautiful. What was the price when it came out? Do you remember?
it wasn't. I think it was around 700 euros or something like that. It wasn't cheap. It was very expensive. This and Fola Home were very expensive, especially because of the size of production. And yeah, now it has this extra smoothness that it's almost like suede-like. So imagine Prelondé with a touch of suede on top of it.
That is absolutely gorgeous. One day I'll get my hands on it. Okay, what do I have here? Let me just take off something. Oh,
Yes.
so I'm gonna show my new acquisition. This is a 1 liter bottle. I saw these 1 liter ones, like a size as big as my head. I saw these 1 liter ones at the Guerlain store in France, and I was like, wow, it's like those are giant. And then like this is how a Homo looks like.
Yeah.
You're like, what Guerlain does with you? Like you just think that something may go or may get discontinued, and you want as big as possible. Do they have anything bigger than 1 liter, like for commercially available? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Yo, now that I have you here, do you know if they have gold bees in 1 liter?
I have 2 of them.
I
Do you want me to pick them up?
yes, go.
Let me show.
This one, I don't know. I'm gonna open it up. I think this might be Queer Beluga. God, these bottles are so tightly sealed. I have not opened it since it arrived. This is really hard to open. I'm scared that I'm gonna spill it out, so I don't want to do it. But I think this might be Queer Beluga. I'm gonna mess it up. I'm not doing it here. It's gonna all over the place. I don't want to do it. Let's see. What do you have? Look at that.
This one is Neroli. This is a Neroli au Trou Noir.
Neroli au Trou Noir. Oh wow, beautiful. I love Neroli au Trou Noir. It's like
me too.
Gorgeous perfume. Maybe. Oh, look at this. There's a. Yeah, in the bottom. I just can't see the name. I can't see.
And this is Spiritueuse Double Vanille.
Oh, of course. Oh, so beautiful.
In a darker juice.
Yeah, that's just aged quite well.
Oh, what a stunning perfume. Oh my god.
I know. It's like you never get tired of it. It's like it is. Yeah, it's vanilla, but it's like a beautiful vanilla. Like it's the best possible way.
I remember when I got my first 1 liter bottle. It was a very good price. It was Cologne de Parfumeur. I used to have it, but it's a clear bee. I love that perfume. And that was when Guerlain had its own. Oh, that was when Guerlain had its own standalone store in Toronto, and that time was phenomenal. Guerlain has changed drastically ever since they closed that store in Canada. To me, it was like the Guerlain before and after that store, and I can only imagine what it was like, what people that have been following Guerlain for 20, 30 years feel, because if I felt the difference in the last 10 years, I can only imagine what the difference must have been from 20, 30 years ago. Um, because back then, when they had their standalone store, it was still extraordinary. Service was impeccable. They would always call and offer things and invite for events. They cared about the client and the brand. Now I find that because we don't really have Guerlain in their own place, it's almost like in Canada at least, it's always within a department store. And the people that work for Guerlain, they don't really work for Guerlain. They work for the department store, and they're just at that counter. It's a completely different service.
Yeah,
It's
yeah, I agree. And then like when you go to Europe, you can like I mean I've never seen like a Guerlain store in Canada, so I don't know. But when I like visited Paris, it's, the difference is obvious, right? Like when you go to the store, like and the store employees and they're passionate about what they do, it's um totally different than when you go to like a big department store and there's just representative obviously and the knowledge even like about different things, right?
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad to see that they kind of why was it like what were they like making money or what is the strategy like out there?
I don't know, because they had a spa. I mean, they didn't have a spa. They had a facial treatment and massage in that location in Toronto. It was a Bloor, right beside Calvin Klein, a lingerie store near Hermes, that section there. And I don't know. It was a huge surprise when we were told that they were closing it down. It was Yeah, it was sad.
Okay, but they don't sell any of the perfumes in the spa?
I
No.
don't know actually. I believe in Montreal they have more of a bigger store inside Whole Renfrew, or is it Ogilvy? I think it's inside Ogilvy that they have a larger Guerlain, more like a store inside Ogilvy. So but I haven't been there yet to check it out.
Have you tried any of the new Guerlain the Cheval Blanc?
No, no,
I have a bottle
not
on
yet.
me and I'll see. I'm quite it's really expensive. 440 euro for a 100 ml bottle. Like that's ridiculous. It's amazing. And just
Wow.
like sourcing it, right? Like somebody has to go to the spa and get it for you. Like it's just yeah. Let's hope it's good anyway for the sake of people who did my split. Let's hope it is good. Um, somebody asked me. Somebody asked me to do. Do you have any of the Mungerland?
Here in front of me, no, but I can get it.
Okay, so maybe I'll show what I have. If you want to go get your Mungerlands, like somebody asked us to compare them, so like I just want to make sure that at least we do some requests. You heard crime was a factor in Toronto closing. Oh, I mean, yeah. I mean, people walking out with those expensive bottles, like it's not gonna be cheap.
I hope that's not the case, but I can see it happening.
Yeah. So what I have here from Mungerland, this is the X-Straight, Mungerland X-Straight. My love, beautiful. Any Guerlain Jedi there? Do you have Jedi?
JD, no, I don't have JD. It's not a perfume that I would actually want to buy, even if it were available now, because I've smelled it a couple times in Paris at that suitcase. They had it there, and of course it really captured my attention. But if there were two perfumes, let's say, that actually three, that I would die for, and I would buy as much as I could, would be Iris Blanc. I love that perfume. Also, oh my God, I forgot the name of the other one. There's one that I just like obsessed over, and also Bouquet de Faune. That perfume is stunning, stunning. It's really really beautiful, and it's interesting because it's a very beautiful mixture and combination of animalics and floral. So it's a beautiful bouquet, and as the name suggests, bouquet de faune. So it's the it and it's really really animalic. So, but on my skin, it doesn't behave that way. On my skin, it's mostly floral with slight hints of animalic.
Oh,
While on, Anne Pakpaf, she's in the mod in the honeybees group. On her skin, it's all animalic.
yeah.
It doesn't work. It's just like I like it. When she smelled it on me, she said I hate you because because it really worked on my skin.
You know, like if there's any
I
animalic,
don't.
most of the time, if there's animalics in the perfume, it's gonna be accentuated on me. Like it's like huge, like in a big way. Like I am just coming around to Chanel Le Lion. Like I will put it on and it would smell like lion's ass. Or like what? So so as I spilled a little bit of a Mont Guerlain extrait here, trying to salvage the lid. Oh my God, this smells so good.
That's my favorite of all. I love Montreal extra. It's amazing.
Like, is it discontinued now? Because I heard like Steven was out from Place Mondo.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I really wouldn't be surprised.
he's
I'm
from,
happy with the stash that I have.
absolutely gorgeous. Like it's nothing like complex. Obviously, I spilled it all over the place, but it's nothing complex. But like it's so good, so comforting, so good. Actually, Mont Guerlain is my second perfume from Guerlain. Like I had La Petite Robe Noire Intense, and then I bought, which one I bought? I think I bought just a regular EDP of Mont Guerlain, and that might be one of these bottles. I can't read properly here, but okay. Yeah, so this is the regular Eau de Parfum Mont Guerlain that I have. This is the bottle that I got. And then I always wanted Intense, but I never, and I was like, oh, I'm going to, I'll get it, and I never get it. And then I heard it's being discontinued in this presentation, and Fragby had a bunch, so I got 3 of them.
I'm trying to love Christie's comment, but I'm having a hard time.
Oh, if you hover.
I just liked it, but like I want to love it. Yeah, I have. Okay, got it.
Yeah, so Christy is like understands me in terms of the animalics. Obviously, I put animalic on her too. Like I don't know, maybe because I am a Leo, anything with the animals, it just comes out of me. The difference between them, they're obviously related. I mean, I've never tried Floral. Have you tried Floral and?
I really like Floral. We finished a bottle of it, I think. Because what we only have the Eau de Parfum, Extrait, Floral, Sparkling Bouquet, and Eau Sensuelle. Now that I got a bottle recently, but I haven't smelled that one yet.
I think Eau Sensuelle is this one, right?
Yeah, apparently that was the one exclusive to Brazil, out of all places. Brazil got an exclusive Guerlain. It's very odd, actually.
Look, that's strange. So there's no other like a exclusive to Brazil. What was it?
And it was just only available at Sephora because Guerlain only sells at Sephora in Brazil through Sephora. But I think last year they started selling on their website. So Guerlain now has an official website in Brazil. So that was quite exciting.
Do you off the top of your head? Do you know like the differences between the? They're actually smell quite different. They're not. And
yeah, no, they are
the same category, but they're not the same at all by any means. So
I find the extract to amplify all the all the beautiful nuances of Ville-de-Parfum. Actually, in terms of all the flankers, I think that the closest to the extrait is the entrance. We have that one too. We have a lot of Dintones because as soon as we heard that it's been discontinued, we got a few bottles of it because it's gorgeous, gorgeous perfume too.
Yes, Intense is beautiful. And I was like, I don't want. I actually bought the Eau de Parfum, and then I was like, I wanted Intense, and but never bought it. And then until I heard it's going to go, so I'm like, oh, I want some. So I got that. But there's obviously, to me, Mont Guerlain Extrait is quite a bit denser, obviously, comparing to even Intense. Like when I spray it. So this is.
I agree. I agree with Christy said. It is like that. I find that it's a little bit woodier than the extrait. But in terms of intensity, I think between all the flankers, comparing to the extrait, the Intense is the one that comes closest in terms of intensity, I think.
Sensuel has something else in it, like that is kind of like outlier. I don't know what it is. Like these two, you're right. Like these two are even EDP, Intense, and Mont Guerlain Extrait. You can pick, but like Sensuel has something wild in it. I don't know what it is. Something different.
Maybe something fruity.
Yeah, could be. Like I don't know what would be the difference. I can pull up the notes, but it's interesting. It's a little.
No, I have it literally sitting on my on my coffee table, but I haven't opened it yet.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Was there ever bigger than 30 ml of Eau Sensuelle?
I don't know, actually.
Okay, because I don't want to.
Know.
Why there's no? So Mont Guerlain Sensuelle. This is absolutely a beautiful one too, but it's a little bit more playful to me.
I can see that because people in Brazil, perfumes in Brazil, they sell more if they're fruity. You know, like Brazilian people in general have a big love for fresh and fruity and lightly floral, not intense floral. At the same time, while at the same time loving intense florals. It's just very strange because La Vie est Belle, it's a huge hit in Brazil. Um, it's a very sweet, so Brazilian loves like sweet gourmand and fruity and floral kind of perfumes.
It's interesting to me, right? Like you kind of like, not that everyone can wear anything at any season, but like you think that in a hot climate, like there would be less appetite for something sweet and like rosy, and you know what I mean. But it's not like that. Even like Middle Eastern perfumes, like it's hot there, but like people like oud, and I'm like, I don't know how you wear oud in that heat.
But that's something that's interesting because in 2022 when I went to Brazil and to my cousin's wedding, it was in the north part of Brazil. It was in the state of Pará, which is part of the Amazon. So it's very humid and it's very hot. Like you leave the hotel, if you're not in an air-conditioned place, you're going to be sweating because it's very humid. And I was like, do I do this? Should I bring these perfumes with me? And I did. I brought Eau de Santal from Cartier, brought Eau d'Ormont from Cartier too, and brought Shalimar Extrait. I brought heavy perfumes with me, but I also brought Poivre Samarcand from Hermès, and it was very interesting. I don't know what I was feeling for that trip, but I did bring a lot of stronger perfumes and ouds, and even though Cartier's ouds aren't strong because they're very smooth and very French style, but they're so strong, I find, and you can still detect the oud, and they behaved beautiful in the heat. Beautiful. I was shocked, and Oud and Santal, the amount of compliments that I got with Oud and Santal was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because
like how it wasn't overwhelming for you?
No, because I ended up getting other facets of the perfume.
Yeah.
It became I got it got a little bit sweeter. I could detect more of something that resembles of plum kind of syrup in it. It became a lot more nuanced, and it was just really, really beautiful. And yes, my uncle. I have an uncle, and he was wearing a mask. And as soon as I got to, because it was at the end of COVID-ish, like the end tail of COVID, things had already settled down quite a lot by then, but it was still the end of COVID. And he was wearing a mask, and then he commented on my perfume. Because the thing is, I did wear a lot too, but yeah, I didn't hear any complaint. But he mentioned something about strength. But I asked him like, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. Is it bothering you?" He said, "No, no, it's not bothering." But he asked me something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was funny.
So tell me something. Actually, now I'm curious. So in Brazil, are there like have you noticed or are you aware of like people like I know like a lot of countries like I mean they weren't obviously I can't even talk tonight. But do you think that there are lots of brands coming up in Brazil as well, or like there are people are starting perfume brands? Is that a common thing? Do you think that's kind of the industry is growing or not?
Brazil is one of the biggest consumers of perfume in the world.
Oh, well.
It's one of like perfumes sell in Brazil. And but the thing is, Brazil, it's a very interesting market because people love buying expensive things. In Brazil, you have the possibility of paying installments. The credit card companies give the possibility of broken down payments. So you can pay everything, you can make a purchase and pay in a period of 2 years, whatever you choose, and the specific amount time frame that there's no interest. And but prices are really hijacked in Brazil in terms of most things. So things are very expensive most of the time. Using the Cartier perfumes as example, you can buy two perfumes here in Canada with what they charge for one in Brazil for the same amount of money. It's so things are very expensive, and so taxes. They like saying that taxes are a reason why, but yes, we have high taxes for importation of goods, but also there's the Brazilian factor itself, which is people like buying expensive things because there's a huge disparity in terms of distribution of wealth. So people want to have expensive things so they can disassociate themselves from poverty, which it's a phenomenon that happens a lot in countries where you have that disparity in distribution of wealth. It's a way of showing that I made it. It's a way of showing that I belong to a different um, percentage of different group of the population. It's a sad thing because people end up adding value, extra values to materialistic things when it's just we see that everywhere, but it's exacerbated in countries like that, and it's very much like that in Brazil. Like same with the Hermes scarves, like you can almost like it's 50% more there than buying here. So it's yeah,
So
but not.
like in that way, then if there was a brand in Brazil like that coming up with their own perfume, like a local perfume, so you don't think that would work out because the price would be lower and kind of not.
No, we actually have very good brands
Oh,
in Brazil. We have there's a very old company called Granado and Fable. They joined. I don't know who bought who, but they were two big companies and they became one. And they're very big. They sell in the United States. I think they have a website in the United States. They are present in Europe. Like I was in Portugal, like in March, and they have stores in Lisbon, and they have stores in Paris, and I really really like their perfumes. They did a really good job with. I still haven't smelled anything that I don't like from them, and I have a lot of their products actually. Every time I go to Brazil, we buy their soaps, we buy perfumes too, because when comparing to imported perfumes. Thank you, Bianca. When comparing to imported perfumes, they're much cheaper, and they have, even though a lot of them are colognes, they sell the really large bottles. They're beautiful, and I love supporting that brand. There's also Natura, which uses a lot of products from the Amazon, and a lot of their perfumes are inspired by Amazon too, and they're very Brazilian. It's hard to say what a Brazilian perfume smells like without smelling it, without having it in front of me. But Natura has an oil. They had a collection that they had, I think, two or three perfumes that were oily concentration, and they have one, like the bottle is beautiful. It comes in a ceramic um, case, and it smells like piripirioca. Piripirioca is a root from the Amazon, and it's very white and prickly to the nose, and so yeah, like, and then there's also um, Mahogany, which is another Brazilian company, and then there is um, Boticário, which is another big Brazilian company too, and they're big. They're big, very very large companies in Brazil in terms of cosmetics, and they do really good products.
I'm just looking on Natura's website and I'm just what is this thing? I can't read anything here, but I mean, I can take a look, but it's interesting. Oh, the website is actually interesting. Anyway, that sounds good. Anything else you have for us before I?
I actually have this perfume that I really really love. It's Semper Augustus from Mona di Orio,
Oh, Monterey. Yeah.
and this is from the, I forgot the name of this line, but it's their more expensive line. This is supposed to Sempre Augustus was apparently the rarest of all the tulips in the Netherlands, and it was beautiful because it had streaks of. I agree, I agree, Christy, and they have. It was a disease in the tulip because at the time of the tulip mania in the Netherlands, one tulip, you could buy a house with a tulip. It was insane. Yeah. So Sempre Augustus was the rarest of them all because it had this genetic defect, and they didn't know it was a defect because it was super rare. So whenever they tried to recreate it, like fields of tulips would die, and only like one, they would get one out of it. And I don't know if it was a genetic defect or some sort of disease that it was. So the packaging is like stunning for this collection, and that's what it looks like. Linea collection, something like that. So yeah, so the inspiration of this perfume was the impossible to get your hands on Sempre Augustus tulip, and I've never smelled a tulip. I don't know what it's supposed to smell like, but picturing, knowing the story, of course, being a little bit biased by the story, this is beautiful, beautiful perfume. I think I mean, this is the bottle.
Well, I'm opening the notes here. If you have never smelled tulips,
No,
the tulips are one of those flowers, like some tulips, not all tulips, but they if you go close to them, like they react in the nature, like they will close around your nose. Like it's kind of a funny feeling if you try to smell it. It has a really green note in it, like what I'm remembering from my childhood, because we have a lot of tulips actually in the run. But I don't know if this one different one, what would it smell like?
it's very natural. Like it is very reminiscent of indeed like a flower in natura, and it has this very very light hint of green, but then it's very white.
Okay.
It's very white indeed, but it's creamy while being dry at the same time. It's such oh, it's such a gorgeous perfume. I love it. I have another one from this collection, and it's the Vermilion Wood. It's a very strong and potent woody perfume. It's very red to me, like the red mixed with brown.
I
It's
didn't
like a
even
very
know
dark red.
separate line. I didn't know if they had the luxury and the regular line. Cause I mean, come on, like the price of the regular line is its own luxury. It's not easy to get either. So I didn't even know if they had a different line. But now that I'm looking on Fragrantica, there are a bunch of them actually from this line.
There's another one that I really, really want. It's Café Signon. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
I saw the name, but now I can't find it in here and like down there. Where do you get those here? Like, there's nowhere in Canada you can get these, is there?
No, it wasn't in Canada. I'll answer her question right after. No, these are got from the store itself when their website was open. Eau de Menthe is amazing. I really want that perfume too. But I got this from the website, but now it's closed because they are reimagining the brand, and they will be coming out with a different style, I guess.
Okay. So, what's Bianca ask? Have you smelled Acne Studios from Frederick Mall? What's your opinion on it?
I didn't like it.
I
didn't like it at all. I hope I'm not offending anybody, but to me, it smelled like powder fabrics detergent, and it actually irritated my nose. I sneezed a lot after smelling it. Yeah, it did not work for me, and not many from Frederic Malle actually work for me. There are many that I like, many that I appreciate. Lipstick Rose is one of them. Iris Poudrée is another one. I like the leathery rose too. I think that's a beautiful one too. But
you like Vetiver? I like Vetiver. No?
Vetiver, I actually don't. I don't remember.
Vetiver, L'Eau d'Hiver.
Oh, I like that one too. And En Passant too is beautiful. There are many that I really, really like, but the only one that I like enough to have a bottle of that I actually love is the Fleur de Cassis. I love the perfume.
Christy asked us, I used to smell animalic on you. Yes, Christy. Yes, girl. Like, you're the only person. Thank God I'm not crazy. Because I just put on me and I was like, who pissed on me? Like, it's just like, it really gets animalic. And I'm like, what? So disappointed. For like the 3 seconds, it was good. But then all of a sudden, this piss smell comes out of it. And I'm like, I can't handle it. I was so disappointed by it. But I'm glad Lipstick Rose is not like that. Like, in terms of having an iris, but it's not like that anyways on me.
I haven't tried it on the skin yet, though. To be like fair to Bianca, I haven't tried it yet on skin. I should try it on skin. I haven't received a sample of it yet, but it doesn't. Yeah, no, it did. I didn't get the P. I didn't get the earring thing, but I want to try it on skin eventually because because I will not dismiss a perfume just because I didn't like it in the first encounter, because a lot of what I have in front of me right now I didn't like in the first encounter. Like Shalimar, I didn't like at first.
Yeah.
Okay, it's back on because I touched the and but I should try it again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are certain things that you just grow to love. I think for me, from Guerlain Rose Cherry was like that, and I'm not usually a rose person, but like as I wore it, it grew on me. Like I really ended up loving it. What I wanted to do, and I think someone asked me a long time ago, was a comparison between the Cologne de 68
Mm-hmm.
and and Parfum de 68.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure you own both of them.
Yes.
The other day, I wore the Cologne 68. It was really hot outside. Like, it wasn't really hot, but like it has been so rainy, just like May and June. I hate it. And then, and when the sun comes out, it's just so humid, and it feels really hot for Canadians. So I wore this one. My little one had a soccer game, and I wore this one. I find it quite this one quite refreshing. Although I know the herbal notes on this one is too much for some people. Like, people think it's too much of a kitchen sink and lots of herbals in it. People don't like it. Like, there's thyme and rosemary in here. I'm not sure. I think there is something like that. Do you wear that at all?
I haven't worn it in a while, especially because I find that once a perfume becomes hard to find, I tend to wear it less.
I know.
But I love it. I think it's a beautiful take on the other one, because the other one the other one is intense. It's a beautiful perfume, intense and slightly. I see amber colors when I wear it. It doesn't. I don't get the feeling or smell of amber necessarily from it, but I see the color, that gold, beautiful yellow, orange-ish. But the Cologne de 68, it's a beautiful like version of it, and it's fresh, and it's playful while being still super elegant and still being very true to the Parfum de 68. I think it's a gorgeous perfume.
So with the Cologne, the citruses, the lime or linden blossom, the petitgrain, all coming together. The citruses are quite strong, like comparing to Parfum de 68. Yes, there are some citruses, but it's not as sharp, or like it's not as present as it is in the Cologne. Obviously, it's the Cologne and this is the Parfum, but that's one difference that I kind of feel. Let me see if I can even pull it up here, but
it is. It is. Yeah.
It's
No, I get the same differences that you get. It's slightly drier. It's yes, it's very warm and comforting. While the Cologne is it has more of the petitgrain, and that involves the twigs of the tree, and I get that a lot. It's a more herbal, and it's a little bit drier, and it's beautiful too.
Like, they almost share nothing in the notes. So like the Parfum 68 is like methyl, tonka, benzoin, spicy notes, incense, and leather, which is there's no citrus. I mean, it can be. I mean, you can't really produce something that doesn't have a top note. None of them are top notes. I'm pretty sure there's some sort of citrus in here. And you can't. I mean, almost all of them are base notes. Mm-hmm. So there's something in the middle, like missing stuff in here. I'm sure it's not all here. Right. But and even though like on Fragrantica, when you see the two notes totally different and almost share nothing, when you smell them, you know that they're from same background. They have some sort of DNA common between them. But you're right. Like, I think while Parfum de 68 traditionally, I mean, you can wear it in the summer, but I think it would suit better for cooler weather and kind of like winter thing and kind of cozy scent bubble. But like Cologne is probably in -30. I wouldn't wear this.
No.
Yeah.
In -30, I would wear this.
Lubin? Is that Lubin?
Yeah. This is Magda. It's so yummy. It has like a delicious cinnamon note in here, and it's almost like a floral cinnamon, almost edible kind of thing. It's almost gourmand, but it doesn't fully go there. I love this perfume. I really do. It's me try and spray a little bit. Yes, it's so. It has something of the past in here, but there's something sweet that almost goes to the candy-like style,
Oh,
I think. But
so
it doesn't
something.
fully go there because of the florals.
Okay, so how much of Indian tuberose we're talking about? Because I
Not,
don't do
not a
tuberose.
whole lot. Not, at least not to me, not a whole lot because it's really well blended.
Mm.
Yes, and it has that almondy thing too.
Yeah,
It's
because
beautiful.
the cherry, blackcurrant, pomegranate. I love pomegranate, but I mean, I don't know if any perfume that really smells like pomegranate. Mandarin orange, Tunisian orange, Indian tuberose, gardenia, cinnamon, amaretto, vanilla, sandalwood, and Peru balsam. Interesting.
Those five notes I get. I get the flowers, I get the jasmine, I get the tuberose, amaretto, the Peru balsam, and in cinnamon. I really get all those five.
Not a lot of cherry with this.
No, whatever is cherry in here to me comes because of the amaretto and the almond thing, not necessarily a cherry.
Now you give me something to think about, but I know I shouldn't be buying anything.
I think this is going to be my choice for right now.
Oh, nice, nice. Yes, please. Tell me, is there anything that you're kind of eyeing, kind of considering, maybe buying, maybe anything that you're looking forward, any release that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, it's because like what Krista just, I'll get to your question in a second. What Krista said that she gets a lot of cherry. To me, I get the. To me, it doesn't come across here because of the almond thing, which can be, it's very similar. I think it can be very similar, but so, so it's on Christie, it's cherry like, but it goes more like to the almond side and cinnamon like in the floor. It's just a really really nice perfume, and but that I'm eyeing right now. Oh God, we're always eyeing something, aren't we?
It's hard to pick one, I bet.
Probably some Chanel's. I think I want. Oh yes, there's Jersey. I want Jersey. Um, what else? Nothing that kind of pops up that much right now because I've really, really been trying lately to just focus on everything that I already have and just be happy with it, and which I am. So, but I'm trying to look back and look around to just appreciate what I have because I love one of the things that I really, really love about this hobby is going back to, you know, months after not wearing something that I've had for a while and wearing again and then like, oh yeah, this is why I have it. Like, I love this.
Mm.
To me, that's very special and it's a very good feeling.
Oh, you're
Oh,
cutting out. Oh,
well, I'm
there's,
just reading Simone's comment about the new papillon.
I didn't know there's a new perfume.
Me neither.
And this is kind of strange. I don't know if you saw it. Like Papillon all of a sudden popped up in the discounters that I've never seen before. Like, and I'm like, what? Like, where's Papillon better than this? So I'm like, I'm not too sure. And they're discontinuing Salome, I think.
Oh, I have to get a bottle because I love that perfume.
Right. So I think they're discontinuing Salome or discontinued Orange Salome, and I'm like, is this brand like been bought by someone or going another direction? Like it was kind of interesting because like it was one of those brands you could never see it on discounters, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it popped up a lot of it, and then I'm like, where is this coming from? And it's not even just one discounter; there were a couple of them that they had it. So it's interesting. I'm
Hmm.
hope that's not bought by anything because usually we know how that goes.
Yeah.
I
Numbers.
have you tried Hira
I'm not sure.
from
Probably not.
I really want to get a bottle of it, but I want to enjoy things that I have, like much like you.
Because I feel like I hamster in a hamster wheel. A lot of them. When I stop to think about it, I don't like it. The thing has always been pumped and like buy. Like, yeah. Like this is another special bottle that I have that I will eventually open it too, but I don't know when yet. It's the
The Shalimar, which one is it? Which one? Because it's reverse, I can't really read.
yeah, it's the Number Baccarat Crystal Collection,
Mm.
and um, I don't know how many were made, but I just haven't opened it yet because I have a lot of the extra of Shalimar, and yeah, and this is another one that I love very much
Oh,
too.
it's
But I
beautiful.
also haven't opened it yet because I have a lot of the box is quite fragile.
Yeah, those bottles are quite fragile. Like, yeah, I have one of those bottles. Like, I have one of those
Yeah,
bottles. Yes, yes, yes. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I,
isn't it beautiful?
it is
Oh,
beautiful.
this is one of those things that I just like sometimes just open and just look at it.
I know, right? It's like, oh, my babies.
Oh, it's just so silly, but it's a very simple drawing.
I think COVID-19 lockdown really kicked in the buying spree. I agree. I agree. And nobody could like predict that, right? In a time that you couldn't really go to store and smell anything, all of a sudden perfumes like the sales went through the roof, and it was
Yeah.
just so. And blind buying actually became normalized, right? Because
Hmm.
you could like there was no other way. Like you had to blind buy everything. I
Yeah.
think people got really did one of the joys that they could get immediately. Right now, at this moment, it was like a census, right? Whether some people started drinking a lot, some people started eating a lot as the COVID-19 became a thing. And I mean, some of us just smelled a lot of things, I guess. That's absolutely true. Like even with the fragrance groups, like what was it? Like the old Canadian group, we had like 1,000 or 2,000 people in it, and all of a sudden boomed 7,000 in like not in a year. Like it was ridiculous. Like how
Wow.
got so much bigger. Like obviously influx of people trying to explore things. It's crazy, and I don't know. I don't think that some of the effects of COVID went away from the. It kind of changed life in a certain way and the way we saw things. And I'm not sure I like it, but it is what it is, right?
But it also hit the economy also hit right after, and then in some ways that fun of buying, all of that suddenly when you face a lot of people were facing like, okay, oh my God, what's gonna happen now with my finances? Then it became like it was tricky.
Yeah, no kidding. And then the prices like went through the roof. Obviously, you can't find anyone who works really like in entry jobs, and I can see that for the brands. How would that increase the price? But now the prices are also have gone up so much. Um, oh, I think are you? Oh, okay. Do you like any Tion Rental? I don't even know who that is.
Yes, she's Australian. I forgot the name of her brand. TR&P, I think it's the name of her brand, or something like that. And I really like her perfumes. I'm not a huge fan of small indie perfumes because I find that a lot of them lack um, this classic backbone that I really love in perfumery. But um, perfumers like her, yes, TRMP, I really like her perfumes. I have a couple. I have was it like I think it's the one you mentioned actually that I'll have a bottle that a friend of mine gave to me. Not, but I remember Nefertun being a beautiful one that I loved. Um,
Oh, the Avant Gardenia.
I don't think I've tried that one.
Absolutely gorgeous one. Like if you like, Avant Gardenia is an ambery gardenia. Like it's such a departure from how traditionally gardenia is used in fragrances, because not a lot of them has kind of that amber base. It's absolutely a gorgeous one. Inner Glow has a very vintage vibe, and Shibra. Okay.
That one I haven't smelled yet. But Amber's is another beautiful one. Like I honestly didn't smell anything from her that I didn't like. Pretty much everything that I smelled, I really enjoyed. Some more than others, but everything was very enjoyable. Like I could really enjoy everything.
So, oh my God, there's so many. Oh, Sylvain de la Cour. I love Sylvain de la Cour fragrances. They are so beautiful, and I kind of like got in to get to know them a little bit more in France. What do you think of them, Sebastian?
I
Like,
really, I really like them too. They're very quiet. They're very elegant, and I have one of them. Can't remember which one it is now, but I have the bottle of one of them. It's the vanilla. It's one of the vanillas, and I just like,
you know, I was
really good.
four vanillas, and I couldn't pick which one. I have two of them. I have two of the vanillas. There's Evangelise, I think, Evangelise,
Yeah.
and there's another one, and these two are absolutely gorgeous. And I think there was something about the story of this brand also, or her. It's a she, right?
Yes.
Something about this also really resonated with me. I have to go look back at it. That I love her perfumes. They're absolutely gorgeous.
I wish, like Simone just mentioned heat. It's still cold here. Like it's still 3 degrees in the morning when we wake up in Park. And it's been like it gets up to 15 during the day, and we haven't had lots of heat this summer. It's been cold. Um, yeah.
And you know,
Yes.
one day you will wake up and it will be 35 degrees outside. I know, I bet.
So far this spring summer, I remember having max of 1 week in total of hot days. It's
Mhm.
been Yeah, and it makes sense, Christy, that her perfumes were very Guerlain-like because she worked for Guerlain with Guerlain for a long time. A lot of the perfumes from the La Relematière from the beginning of that collection were actually had a lot of um, her head, her mind in it,
Yeah,
and she wasn't credited for creating a lot of what she created, but she is behind a lot of the perfumes from Guerlain. Even in that BBC documentary where they talk about Guerlain and the things that happen. She's there. She's in one of the videos.
I think actually today I was looking at Après and I saw something that she wrote on her website about Après. I think
Yeah.
I want to see if I'm saying it right, but I was like, oh, is there a connection here? Maybe that was the connection that kind of really kind of drew me into the brand. Yeah, here it is. I think
Mathilde
there's
Laurent
something.
was with Cartier now. Yes.
Yeah, so when you go on her website, she has like a specific thing for Après. So like it is interesting anyway. Like I figured it out. Okay, so I think we're getting like we're already over an hour by 20 minutes. Everybody has so many questions for you. Like obviously they love you, Sebastian. Everybody's
Oh, thank
excited.
you.
But we have to go to bed at some point.
Yes, I'm gonna eat still. I haven't eaten.
Oh, I gotta have some snacks. Like I skipped actually, so now I gotta go have some snacks. But anyway, thank you everyone for being with us tonight. I know everybody loves Sebastian. How is it possible that somebody doesn't love Sebastian? It's impossible. Everybody.
Not true.
Thank you for
Thank
giving
you.
us precious time. I absolutely enjoyed talking to you as usual, and wish you the best with everything. And you take care.
You too. Thank you for the invitation. It was lovely as always. Pleasure.
Take care. Bye bye.
This is bye bye.